Austin ready to see some animals? And you get to sit with your aunt and uncle. And you get to see me.
Reserve is free roaming. Don't usually have pretty good. Has one aunt. Now also gets very bumpy out on the reserve, so everyone does need to stay seated for me at all times.
You know, this works. This actually works for all of us.
They can sit on your lap to see, that's fine, but no one is allowed to stand up and walk through the roads. And you're not allowed to hold your babies in the air like somebody else. And lastly, if you do plan on taking any pictures, get those cameras out and ready, because I'm actually not allowed to stop for every single animal on the reserve. We'll do our very best, but get ready. There's actually 3 different types of animals already coming up. So first on the left here, this is the greater kudu. They are the 2nd tallest antelopes on the reserve. Those are also females, we know, because they don't have any horns. And then out on the right, there was 2 animals. Well, I see one right now. The big brown animal with the black and white striped legs, that's the okapi. Now, okapis kind of look like they're related to the zebra because of those legs, but they're actually related to the giraffe. They have the same mouth and the same horns as giraffes. But they are very shy animals. So shy, they weren't even discovered until 1901. You see it?
See it? Yeah.
As you go in the corner, to the left, I do see a black rhino. Now, black rhinos have been poached to almost extinction for their horns. There's actually less than 5,000 of them left in the world. So to protect them, we're working with countries like Zimbabwe, just to have people out there to monitor the rhinos and provide them any veterinary treatment if needed. So black rhinos are distinguished by their small pointed upper lips. They weigh around 3,000 pounds.
Yeah, he's big.
A rhino?
Pretty neat, huh?
Whoops. Coming up on the left-hand side, this coppery-colored animal, that's the bongo. Now, bongos are known as the ghost of the forest. And those horns tilt backwards to help them maneuver through the brush without getting all tangled up. You see him? Hi, bongo. And I did see another black rhino a little further forward, like or up higher on the left. But we're going to try to find some rhinos a little bit later on. It's a little hard to see.
A nice breeze.
It's like another bongo out there, top of the hill. That one's a female, just a little smaller, a little brighter in color. Alright, well, we are leaving the forest now, and we're heading to Safi River.
Holy poly.
Mommy or Nana?
Now here in Safi River, we're going to be looking out for hippos. Hippos are nocturnal, so they just sleep underwater almost all day where it's cooler.
Don't jump.
Check down here to the right-hand side, I do see a hippo. We're also going to check for some on the left-hand side. So if you're on, no worries.
He looked so mad when he did that.
Now hippos, make sure your little ones are on their bottoms, guys, or don't hold them up in the air. Now hippos are big. They weigh about 5,000 pounds. They can also eat 150 pounds of food. Look to your left side here behind the island. Lots of hippos. There's also these gray birds coming up on this island. These are pink-backed pelicans. Look in this very first nest. You see the baby, little white fluff.
Look over here. See the baby? See the bird? See the hippos underwater? Whoa, that's pretty neat, huh?
Dead. Oh, you know how hot it is outside? No, man, I have no idea. She just said they're nocturnal.
Make sure all little ones are on their bottoms. Now I do have to cross a really rickety bridge up ahead, so everyone really has to stay seated. Just look to your left. Nile on the net. So crocodiles are cold-blooded reptiles. If you see them with their mouths open, they're actually regulating their body temperature. Kids on their bottom, please, back there, not on their feet. All the way on his bottom. Thank you so much. Now crocodiles, their best line of defense is their jaws. They have 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch in their jaws. They can easily overpower. Alright, we made it through the forest and to the river. So now we're heading to the savannah. A completely different ecosystem with completely different animals. ancient baobab tree, also known as the upside down tree. It's dormant like this without any leaves about 9 months out of the year, and in the drier months it stores the water it needs in its massive trunk.
Hi, picture of my favorite animal.
Now this is one of my favorite views of the reserve. These are the Serengeti grasslands, and they stretch hundreds of miles over East Africa. They act as a superhighway for many of the migrating animals like wildebeest and zebras, but they're also home to some of the favorites like giraffes, elephants, even cheetahs. This is all part of the wild Africa that we're trying so hard to preserve.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at the little baby. That's mommy's favorite animal.
So if you start looking around at the landscape out here, it's actually created mostly by the animals themselves. So if you see any knocked over trees, that's usually a sign of elephants, because elephants are the bulldozers of the land, and they'll knock down trees to reach the food on top of them. Then giraffes, they're the pruning shears, using their long tongues to trim up the undersides of trees, keeping them all at around an even 18 feet. Then with all the extra leaves gone, that will help light shine through down to the ground below, helping the grass grow. Some bigger animals and wildebeest, they'll be the lawnmowers, eat up all the old brown grass. While smaller gazelles and warthogs are the weed whackers, and they trim up around the edges. So in a natural balance ecosystem, there really is plenty of food for everyone. Now we're also known by these orangish cones of earth out here on either side. These are termite mounds, and they're actually hard as cement because they do get baked in the hot sun all day. You over there?
Oh, look at the baby. Where? The baby giraffe by the mama. By that tree. Oh. We're gonna drive right past it, I hope. They don't know.
Oh, I see them.
Those are little ones too. They're so skinny. That's a little bit further. They're not full grown. And that was right by the road.
It's called Twiga.
I know we're seeing lots of giraffes out here, but before we get to them, there's actually some brown antelopes coming up on the left. Now, these are sable antelopes, and they are the official emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Full-grown sables we're going to see first with those long horns that tilt backwards, but as we keep going, sitting down, I do see a few baby sables. Those short little horns are just starting to look at it.
Oh, wait, I see them.
So now these are Maasai giraffes up ahead. They are known for the jagged edges to their spots, and they're also just generally a little darker in shade than other types of giraffes. I'll stop for these ones being pretty cute. Now they can get around 18 to 20 feet tall, and when they're first born, little ones are already just about 5 to 6 feet tall.
Look at this one. Austin, look at that giraffe.
He's like so good. As the oldest baby, he's only about 5 months back. As you can see, he's already really tall, probably about 7 feet tall already.
What's that? That's a giraffe. Over here.
So coming up on the right hand side first, these big brown animals with these big white horns. These are Ankole cattle. Now their horns can get around 5 to 6 feet from tip to tip and 20 inches around the base. But they're not actually heavy horns because they're almost hollow inside. They have a honeycomb-like shape in them which allows blood to flow through, acts as their own personal air conditioning.
I need a set of those. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
And a little further back at the top of the hill, those gray animals, those are white-bearded wildebeest. Now they have the largest migration of any animal in Africa, and they're also known as the Gnu, G-N-U. That's for the low grunting sound that they make.
High five. Did you see the big animals? Let's see if we can see a lion.
Or an elephant.
They were whiter.
Where's the goat safari? Is that
Sit on your butt. Yeah. Oh, the jungle different texture than we're used to.
Now coming up on the left-hand side here is Monkey Point. You may find some mandrills, those gray monkeys with red and blue markings on their noses and tail sides. Now they are gray, so they do blend in very well to the rocks and the tree trunks and the dirt. Look on the termite mound though, and on the grass. There's actually lots of mandrills out here. Now they are very playful. They love to swing through the trees and chase each other around.
Look at the monkeys.
Then also on the right-hand side, there is a male bull elephant kind of walking up the hill there. I know it's a male because he's by himself. Male elephants are typically loners, while females and their babies, they stick together in herds. That's because when male elephants reach puberty, they actually become too dangerous to stay with the herd, so they get kicked out by the dominant female. But since we saw that male, that usually means the rest of the herd isn't too far away. So let's keep going, see if we can maybe find some female or baby elephants.
Where is it, Aiden? Aiden, where is it?
This male elephant out here, he's really big, weighs around 12,000 pounds.
There's the elephant, Austin. What sound does an elephant make? Oh no, you don't want to do it? You don't see that? We'll come around. I know you can.
Ready?
Oh, you're very talented, I'll tell you.
Ooh, it looks like we do have to go over another rickety bridge. But that's okay, we're just gonna go pulley over it. That means very slowly. Because the Kuna Matata, right? No worries. Looks like we got Sorry, awesome. Looks like the bridge held up for us this time. So let's keep on going. Luckily, I am seeing some test marks in the clay out here. That's a good sign of elephants because they'll play in the clay, even eat it. So it contains minerals and even their diets. I'm going to go slow real quick for you here, but we're also going to stop up around the corner in the clearing, so don't worry. Now, elephants have the second longest childhood. They'll stay with their mothers around 13 to 15 years, learning how to eat, drink, and socialize with the herd. But they are unfortunately poached for the ivory in their tusks. And once it's gone, well, that's it. It's gone. It does not grow back. So now with the advanced weapons and the finances poachers have, it really has been an ongoing battle. Right now, it is kind of quiet around here. So let's see if I can get some music on this old radio.
Adults.
So there's lots of elephants coming up on the left down here.
Lots of dumbos. Lots of dumbos. Austin, you see the elephants?
Then we'll go a little further and stop at the watering hole too.
Gotta sit, gotta He's gonna take a bath.
Now coming up around the corner is Flamingo Island. These are the greater flamingo, the lightest and the largest of flamingo species. They aren't even born pink, they're actually born light gray. And they get their pink coloring from eating foods high in beta-carotene, like brine shrimp and other crustaceans. Territory, and get ready, we're gonna see a rhinos are a lot bigger than the black rhino. They weigh about 5,000 pounds, and they are also unfortunately poached for their horns. There's that baby back there. So to protect them, we are working with the Lewa Conservancy Fund in Africa. Start training security teams to watch over 62,000 acres in Kenya, more than 150 rhinos. Because rhinos actually have really bad eyesight. They can only see clearly just about a foot in front of them. So it does make them really susceptible to poachers. There's some zebras out on the right. We're going to see them real quick, but actually they're heading around the corner, so let's catch up with them again in just a second. Rhinos, they can charge at speeds around 35 miles an hour, and a group of rhinos is called a crash. Now coming up on your left is Cheetah Hill. Look at the very center of the hill, right next to that skinny little tree trunk. See it, Lydia? Now cheetahs, they are the fastest land mammal, running at speeds of around 60 miles an hour. Just for short bursts of time, they do lose their energy pretty quick, so they're relatively small animals. But we will also check up on this second hill. Sometimes we can find some more. And cheetahs have non-retractable claws to help them grip the earth as they run. And they can purr, just like house cats. You see those two out here? It's nap time. I don't blame them, it's hot out. That's where I want to be, on the shade. Now up ahead we do have to go around a big rock formation called Kopi. Now as we get towards the very front of the Kopi, we'll definitely have to keep a lookout for some other large cats. Probably going to be some lions. Now lions hunt at night. They have great nocturnal sight. And it's the females that do the majority of the hunting, while the males, they usually stick back and protect the pride. The lions, they are inactive like this, about 18 to 20 hours a day. So it's really showing off exactly what lions do all day long. There's a quick glimpse of the zebras again, but still one more corner. One more corner, and I do see an ostrich back there, so we'll try to find it. Now, coming around the corner are the warthog burrows. Let's see if we can find any warthogs out here. I was going to get the truck in front of me. A little more spacing. Types in a second. Alright, I'm going to start seeing these burrows down on the left here. And I think, oh yeah, the warthog is in the burrow. So make sure you stay seated. Just take a peek down to your left. It's not going to be a super great view, but he's down there. They are the largest burrowing mammals, using their tusks and their snout to help them dig the burrows. And they'll enter them backwards like that, so in case an enemy approaches, they can defend themselves. Make sure you stay seated for me at all times back there. Thank you. Alright, so these are Grant zebras out here. They are actually black with white stripes. And we know this because their noses are black. That means the rest of their hide is black as well. And zebras actually have very powerful hind legs.